Before I came to America, I thought like Canada and America are the same. Like, aren't they the same?
All we have for the foreigners is based on the media, especially when China, the government have total control of the media. So basically what we had, the stereotypes controlled by them.
There's a lot of misunderstanding because Chinese people are often like in a huddle, like in a group of a lot of Chinese people, and they're all speaking Chinese, and a lot of native students like don't understand Chinese.
This is very old. Like people think Chinese people are good at math or something, or they're really playing everything safe, like not willing to take chances. Or I think some of them actually are true. Like I don't think all stereotypes are useless. They still sometimes serve for us to like really get a perspective of the world.
International students, if it's like a negative viewpoint on them, then like we almost don't want to be associated with that viewpoint. So we sort of like want to pull away.
Especially like when China is changing so much, I think the stereotypes 30 years ago right now is like not holding.
I sometimes I find myself, like I don't know what to think about you guys.
It's not what we look like. It's the background. It's the system, the political system you have. That's your identity. Like I'm Chinese, and you're Taiwanese. We're basically Chinese. We're Chinese too, but you have the background. Your background is capitalism with democracy. I don't know. It's totally different from me. So that's the stereotype.
Different tribes fighting each other for power. And like now we call them all Chinese. They're all Chinese people.
Oh yeah.
But like back then, they're not all Chinese people. Really,
Yeah.
Right?
That's
like,
that's
because
right.
they're all
That's
their
like
like individual village.
That is 3,000 years ago.
Even like people from northern China and southern China, they come to the U.S. They have different culture background within China.
This village and that village, which is like 50 miles away, and they're kind of so different.
Even if people are speaking Mandarin, the like common language, there's different accents and different slang words.
Yeah, that's right. It's like I think the English speakers, they don't understand like how this dialogue, how different it can be. Actually, it can be like so. Maybe from like the.
Like American stereotype Asians as like Chinese, Japanese, Korean people.
They look the same.
They all should get along.
Yeah.
They speak completely different languages and they call different places home.
What makes me comfortable in America is they have a widely available chance. I can study anything I am interested without any bothering and prejudice from the others.
America is a country of freedom. Like you can do whatever you want, you can speak whatever you want.
Yes, we are American, and this is our history, and this is ours. But other people might not see us that way. And then, but if I go back to Taiwan or if I go visit China, like we're labeled as like American. We don't quite like 100% fit in there either.
But if it's in my hometown, like if you want to do like something kind of weird or crazy, like people will stop you.
When I grow my hair long, like in the U.S. and then go back to China, like my parents don't really like it. It's because they kind of have had the ideology of like boys should have like short hair and girls should have long hair, and if you have like long hair as a boy, you have problems. Like it's just, and also it's like a symbol for them as like rebellions and being a bad boy. So they kind of was like, you have to cut your hair, otherwise you have to find your own place to stay.
From last year, like the president changed the constitution of that. Like that's a big change. And this decade, from 2010, we can see this really huge control over the media. In high school and middle school, we have access to Facebook and Google. We have access to YouTube. We have all of that. But they changed that. So it's not like we're getting open and open gradually. It's not. It's like when the leaders changing, they're changing the direction. Every decade is so different from each other. And sometimes people don't realize that.
The government's view on the people is like they see them as a group.
No, they don't see them as individually, like individual which everybody have rights. So they don't care about people themselves. They care about how to maintain the situation, like have the power. The power needs to be contained.
Throughout history, like the civilians like being watched is kind of how like the leadership used to enforce their control. Like no matter where, not only in China, like even in like Greek, like they have this wall on the ear thing. Like they really carve a ear on the wall, so the king can hear everyone talking in his castle, like in his room.
Like in America, we can see that we can see the connection between we have memories and connections go back to the 80s or to the 70s. We have the music, we have the TV shows, we have all the images of the history, right? But come back to China, that's totally different. Like I was born in 1990, but my memory of 1990 is kind of like run away because they never bring back the TV shows, the music of 1990s or the 80s. Everybody forgot.
The technology development from like facial recognized system, online shopping, like really fast shipping, low cost, and also this artificial intelligence.
People back in China doesn't realize the situation because the result is everybody's getting richer, and when you're getting richer, you just don't care.
The same pattern, but it's just like with the enforcements of technology, with like your phone and with the camera on the street and with the things you buy and all this like mass data like algorithm.
Class issues is basically it's like the copy version of capitalism, because like here in America we still have that. And the problems that we have is pretty much the same.
All these things are really your daily life. You don't realize you're being watched like in these ways. Like you just take your phone with you everywhere, and you don't know like it's sending your geolocation to the server, and those can reveal a lot of things about you.
And they're not consistent, right? Like they're changing their mind.
Yeah, it's not like changing. We're going to open or we're going to shut down. Like we close ourselves. It's not. It's like it's changed. Like you don't know where it's gonna go.
I want to raise people's awareness about how they're constantly being watched and they're not thinking about it.
What happened in 1989? They kind of closed the country and to shut down the people's voice in the beginning of the 1990s. But they kind of opened it up in the late 1990s. So in the 80s, they have the rules changing, like all of that too. So the problem is like we don't have any ideas what's gonna happen in the future.